My name is Miller Adams. I farm here with my parents. We're in Charlotte County, Virginia, Southside Virginia. We started this whole journey in the fall of 2019 when we had this timber cut, and it's a work in progress. My thoughts going into it was to have an area that I could predominantly graze our calves. We wean our calves in late May, early June, so it's a really hot time of the year. From observing those calves in the past, having shade for them is pretty important to their comfort and their productivity. The first inquiry I got about Silvopasture was from a landowner that I'd worked with on some forestry projects. I am the forester for the Virginia Department of Forestry here in Charlotte County. I kind of told him that my experience from my education and whatnot, I'd always been told that you really didn't try to manage trees and grass or cattle on the same piece of property, so you tried to do either one or the other. Probably 10 to 12 years later, I became more interested in the topic. In 2016, I was able to purchase this piece of property. Went ahead and made the arrangements to have the timber cut. This particular area, we did the initial harvest and cut rows down through it, roughly 50 feet wide, and I left 50 foot worth of trees in between each cleared row. I kind of took the stance it would be easier to come back and take out a few more trees to get some more light to the ground if I needed to, but if I cut too many up front, I couldn't really replace them very easily. After it was cut, my initial goal was to understory burn to remove as much of the debris and stuff that had been left after the harvest. So I did that. My next step, I contacted a guy with a forestry tiller. Basically, that forestry tiller went in the ground about 8 inches and chewed up a lot of the stumps and left a really nice area to plant. I just disked this area, pulled a color packer over it, scattered my switchgrass seed with a four-wheeler and a seeder, and then just pulled the color packer over it again to pack those seed in. Really haven't grazed the area much at this point, but I've got it fenced and gonna start running cattle in here. The aesthetics of the Silvopasture area, and I know as I spend a lot of time up here, I see wildlife species in this area that I maybe wouldn't see out in our grassland areas. You know, a lot of times I'll come up here and I'll see deer out wandering through this, and they don't run off. It's like they seem like they're hidden in the trees, so to speak. So, you know, even though I don't hunt, I do enjoy seeing the wildlife out. Try to base your decisions on sound scientific principles. Coordinate with folks who have done this in the past. Learn from their mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes. But at the same time, don't be afraid to make the mistakes, because I think that's the way we learn. I would like to have started earlier, but hopefully I will see the benefits of developing this system and how it will be important for cattle.